Hello, it is World Wide Web Wednesday, August 19th, 2020. Steve Cypress here, and I sincerely hope, that it gets better. I know it isn't over yet. I think it's only halfway through, and maybe I think the third night out of four, I think it is, of the Democrat National Convention for 2020 is going on as I speak, but I could barely get through the first two nights. Boring. Oh my goodness. And not just because there's basically no message here, nothing new. I mean, the anti-Trumpers, Democrats, Republicans, all the anti-Trumpers have been bashing Trump as an evil, unfit, unqualified buffoon for about 5 years. So that's, I guess, a bonus tip here. You want to present some new, engaging, interesting information. But that ought to go without saying. I mean, who planned this thing? But besides the planning, the execution, horribly, horribly done. And I'm here to help you when you host your own events, whether they're in person or whether they're over the internet, like I'm doing now. And since the Great Shutdown began back in March, most events, at least here in the U.S., have been relegated to online events like this, although it didn't have to be. This horrible, boring, terrible, disappointing Democrat National Convention. So the key word that I share, and I've hosted over 1,000 events for small business owners and entrepreneurs over the years, and I've competed with, I ran events in the city of Chicago for years. That means I competed for attention and for attendance at my events with everything going on in one of the most happening cities in the world. And I'm not just talking about the crime and the murders. I'm talking about all the entertainment that I was up against with the two pro baseball teams and the pro football team and the hockey team and the basketball team and all of the live theater and all the shows and all of the restaurants and all of the movie theaters and all of the big shots coming in from out of town to do their business and non-business related entertaining events. And then, of course, as everyone competes with, all of online entertainment and all of television, YouTube, 500 TV channels in every household now, and unlimited number of movies on Netflix. I mean, there's a lot of competition. So ratings are in the complete dumpster for this Democrat disaster convention. But it was avoidable. And hopefully they're avoiding it for night 3 and 4. And I'll have to get back here with an update, happily relaying to you that they didn't put out such horrible television, streaming, whatever you call it, such a horrible performance for the entire convention, hopefully. And maybe, if any of them are here, the producers of the Democrat National Convention are watching my video or reading this or listening to it, wherever it's all over the internet, my blog, my podcast, social media, everywhere, hopefully they get the point and they can resurrect the last night or two. And hopefully, I don't think so, because I was going to say hopefully the Republicans do the same, but I don't think they need to, because not only are there Republicans, but there's Donald Trump, who is a consummate entertainer, even better than me, of course, at hosting events that are engaging and get people to pay attention to. And so the word I'm going to share with you, I don't think you can look it up in a Webster's dictionary or even any actual dictionary. I call it edutainment. Edutainment. It's the combination of the word education and the word entertainment. I think obviously you knew that as soon as I said it. Edutainment. So you don't just educate and give people information like this boring, disastrous, useless, horrible, worse than useless. I mean, just turning people off. I was hoping to see something. But first you had all the horrible preseason, the primary political season stuff with that horrible array of nonsense and crap going on for months. But then ever since they put an end to that and handed it all over to Biden for some bizarre reason that will go down in history as a horrible decision, of course, we've been waiting for this convention, but it's just falling completely flat. So they're educating. They're doing a really poor job of entertaining, and you've got to do both, which is why you know that next week, since Donald Trump is in charge, he won't let Republicans, and obviously not Democrats, get anywhere near the thing. He will be in charge of the whole thing. You can be sure, just like with everything Trump does. It'll be entertaining, and it'll be educational in the sense that you will get some information. Will it be correct information? Well, it's Donald Trump. So, of course, we don't expect it, and that would knock down the entertainment value, actually, if it was completely 100% accurate. That's not nearly as entertaining as saying that every person and everything is unbelievable, record-setting, spectacular, unbelievable, excellent, and all the whatever things he says, and big time, and big league, and, you know, come on now. I miss the Trump rallies. I guess I'm out of practice with all the Trumpisms, but everyone is a great person and everything is the best and awesome and whatever. It's like when you get a pizza box with your pizza in it from whatever random local pizza place that says, you've tried the rest, now try the best. Do you sit there and go, they're lying? That's not actually the best pizza. What contest did they win? What? Dude, come on now. It's entertaining. So there's information, and so it's educational information, and there's entertainment. Edutainment. We're almost totally void of that. The Democrats had it going for a little bit with the whole states giving their votes thing from all around the country. That was kind of cool. It was cool to see all kinds of different people in all kinds of different settings. That was entertaining, engaging, while it was educational. We were learning about the number of votes. I was surprised that there were all those votes still cast for Bernie Sanders. Well, he's still running? Pretty sure. Well, now it's official. You lost, dude. But I guess he had to be Bernie. Talk about, not affiliated with a party. Not a Democrat, coming in second place in the Democrat race, but I digress. That was interesting. And the other thing I thought did a close to a decent job was at the end with Jill Biden, where she walked into the classroom, and at least there was some interesting background, and she was walking, there was movement, and then the balloon shot off, and then Joe came in and said something nobody can understand because it was Joe Biden. So, unlike with Trump, you can understand it, you just can't trust that it's actually accurate. But with Biden, you can't even get into whether it's accurate because you can't even understand the guy, which, I don't want to make fun of him because everyone has an elderly uncle, a grandfather, or somebody in the family that you're like, some eye rolls and some looking at each other like, isn't somebody going to, get some medical attention to this person and get him into assisted living or something? Or, I mean, it's a shame what they're doing here, parading Biden out with this nonsense. But anyway, it could at least be entertaining, be interesting, be engaging. Hopefully they are, and hopefully for the last 2 nights of their thing, and hopefully all of your events are both educational and entertaining. You can't skip either one. You can't have just entertainment and a bunch of fluff, and you can't have just information, education, without the entertainment. You're going to lose people, especially when you realize what I said back at the beginning of this video. You're not just in competition with others in your industry, in your type of business. You're in competition with everything everybody could be doing instead of being on your website or seeing your ad or reading your email or doing whatever it is you want them to do to get information from you. They have lots of choices. If it's boring and unengaging, uninteresting, they're flicking away. And if they go to someone that is my client or at least pays attention to what I teach, they will engage them and they will get their business. Not a matter of who does it better. It's about who markets it better. Now, for the repeat business and the referrals, yeah, that's where the quality of your service comes in. But just to attract new people, you want to be entertaining and informative at the same time. I call it edutainment. I see a bunch of questions whizzed by here. I don't know if I can scroll all the way back, but let's see. Jeff says, let's see, go to Chicago Chop House for attend a Steve seminar, tough decision. Not only was it, actually wasn't that tough decision, some people did both, but you go to the Chop House any day. I only had my events once a month. That was an easy decision. I don't think anybody ever said I went out to dinner instead of going to one of Steve's events. Now, other events, or watching this ridiculous disaster of a national Democrat convention, that I can see. This sucks. Let's go out to dinner. Fortunately, never happened with any of my events. I wouldn't let it happen. That's why I'm recording this video. I paid attention to what I teach. And Toby says, making marketing fun, making fun of yourself is a great way to show you're humble and down to earth, not to mention, it's pretty easy for me to make fun of myself. Look at me. But I asked you to leave my looks out of this, Toby. So, but thank you. And if you really want to see me make fun of myself, you would watch me shooting some baskets and pointing at the flag. There you go, shooting some baskets somewhere near the hoop. Anyway, I digress. That's about it for today. Thanks for watching, listening, reading, whatever you're doing. Now go back to being edutained somewhere else. And I'll see you back here again tomorrow for some more edutainment on Throwback Thursday. Catch you then. Over and out. Bye-bye.